Welcome back. You're watching live from Paris on France 24. It's time now to find out what's making waves in the French press with James Creedon. James, good evening.
Not David Beckham, sorry.
Not
just
David
me.
Beckham, unfortunately. I would like to be able to do that one of these days.
Little old me.
It's James.
For me to watch. But look, he's on the front page
Not
of the
quite
Parisien.
as well paid, and he hasn't had as many hairstyles.
No,
but
that's true. I've tried though. I've had a few. Here he is on the front page of Le Parisien. Why? Because he's coming to Paris Saint-Germain. He's coming to Paris, and he's on the front page even of the sports paper. Well, I suppose in particular the sports paper L'Équipe. There he is again, looking into the camera, doing that sort of,
look me in the eye.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be getting lots of money from the Qataris. So in any case, it's also on Twitter. Everybody's talking about it on Twitter. If you have a look, let's have a look at this computer. At the computer. Ooh la la! À chaque fois que je change de chaîne, every time I change channel on TV, I see Beckham and Paris Saint-Germain.
Sorry, Mike 972.
But what I was thinking about Mike 972 is he's got Louis Vuitton as his backdrop. Yeah. He should be delighted that brand Beckham is touching down in Paris.
Right, because he's already been down the catwalk once, hasn't he? Not wearing a sarong this time.
Yeah. So, I mean, if he's into brands, you'd think he'd be pleased to see David and Victoria, of course.
Absolutely.
Because where David goes, Victoria, well, they kind of follow each other. Anyway, let's get back to the basics here. Nicolas Rouillet, he's a journalist at Europe 1, and he says, look, what is the interest of all of this? It's money, money, money. Obviously, he's not really...
There's a lot of money at stake, isn't there?
There's a lot of money at stake. He's going to be paid 800,000 a month, but it's the whole thing is this is going to raise brand Beckham, or no, sorry, the Paris Saint-Germain brand to a global
sales
status.
Of merchandise are flagging, we hear, and the Qatari owners are hoping that this is going to boost sales.
That's right, and Nicolas Rouillet points out that when he moved to Real Madrid in 2003, within 5 months, 8 million euros worth of sales on jerseys have been brought in by Beckham joining the club with the number 23 jersey. He certainly does.
Doesn't matter how well his right foot is doing these days.
No one cares. He sells a lot of jumpers. Well, some people do care.
Now, even Ava Jolie's weighed into this, isn't she?
This is it. I mean, politicians think, I suppose, a politician...
Presidential hopeful, no less.
That's right. A politician has to have an opinion. So they all have opinions on this. And so let's have a look at some of the opinions. You've got Manuel Valls. He's a socialist. And he's saying, look, 800,000 euros a month as a salary is too much for somebody who is not really the midfielder that he used to be. So that's his opinion. He's formed an opinion and he's putting it out there on Twitter. Ava Jolie,
Marseille
as you pointed
obviously.
out. Which?
Marseille
yeah,
fan,
he must be. That's the explanation. And that page is looking very not working. It's not working well. It's coming up now. Here we go. Ava Jolie, she's the Green Party candidate, and she finds the salary also quite shocking. She says it's scandalous and it's more business than football. So that opinion coming across quite frequently in the media today.
All right, and let's not forget the showbiz mags are all over it as well. They want to see what Victoria's going to be wearing.
This is it. They're totally thrilled about this.
Because she's a very successful fashion designer now in her own right.
She is a businesswoman and she has launched her own line of products. And L'Officiel de la Mode, one of the magazines here, they have 7 questions, les 7 questions that we ask Victoria Beckham, and very crucial questions such as will she choose to live on the right or the left bank?
What do you think? I think left.
I don't know. Apparently she's been looking at some place in the 16th as well. That's right bank. So maybe, but she's more of a left bank kind of girl, isn't she? Kind of the shop, Saint-Germain-des-Prés.
I think she wouldn't want to be too far from Avenue Matignon, would she?
No, she wouldn't. And also, who will her shopping buddy be? They're saying Katie Holmes and Eva Longoria. That was all over in LA. Could it be
James
perhaps...
and I are available if you want to be in touch.
I actually don't want to go shopping with her. You can go. There's Lou Doillon as well. She's an actress. She might prefer her.
So she's got more of a relaxed look though than Victoria, I think.
Lou Doillon, I suppose. So they mightn't want the same shops.
Yes.
Anyway, so you see, let's have a look at some of the other fashion magazines. This Voici is one of the big ladies' mags here, and they've been looking at Les Coupes au Poil, so his haircuts from 2011. And I think we've got some pictures of these. We'll roll them, and it's as if France is only discovering.
It's a bit like your hair there on the right, James. So we missed it.
I'm not sure if I'm happy or unhappy with this comparison.
Sort of cut. Oh yes, but I remember this.
Do you see there's all these? That's kind of, was that early noughties or late 90s?
That was the 90s. That was very 90s. She was still in the Spice Girls then.
That's right. She was better known in the beginning than he was. So they're talking about that.
They both went blonde.
They're all discovering these looks that we in the English-speaking world are aware of for a long time.
France, get with the programme. We've seen all of this.
This is not new. Now, Gala, for their part, is saying that Victoria could be opening a shop. We can see their page here, that she could be opening a shop in Paris. She already has one in LA and she has one in London. She's been very successful in that regard. They're saying, they're pretty positive about it. They're saying that the sober and sophisticated silhouette of her clothing with perfect lines will appeal to the French high society. Now, the snobs over it...
She's skinny.
Right. The snobs over at Elle don't agree. Do you know what they're saying?
No.
They're saying that in Elle magazine says that Paris would give Victoria the chic that she has always lacked. So there you go. Elle magazine saying.
Meow. And we want to know where they're going to live as well, don't we? What kind of? It's going to be a big house with all those children.
Apparently, they have been looking at something in the 16th arrondissement. He's getting 800.
Right near some people that work here.
That's right, and Carla Bruni has a house over there as well, so it's sort of the swish end of town. And for 60,000 a month, they'd get a 1,500 square metre house with the equivalent space in gardens. And The Guardian has been writing about this as well. We'll just quickly show what Agnès Poirier has been saying about it. She points out something quite interesting, that Beckham is known for his image, of course, in France, his six-pack, the billboards, all the rest of it. But
tattoos.
He hasn't really been heard speaking because, of course, he's always dubbed. And he's quite a high-pitched voice. But the thing is, I doubt he's going to learn French, so he'll probably still be dubbed every time he's on the French media.
He might learn French.
He might.
Dan Levy and I have already offered to give him French lessons.
Right, okay.
Who knows?
We'll see what happens.
All right, do we have to leave the Beckhams alone now and talk about something else?
All right, we'll have to talk about French politics, which is a bit more down to earth, a bit more close to home. Marine Le Pen and Eva Joly. Now, you couldn't find two politicians that differ more. They're both female, they're both blonde, but so is Laura Baines. That doesn't mean that she's the same as them or that they're the same as her.
That's where the similarities end.
Right, exactly. And Eva Joly has a pair of red spectacles too. But anyway, so Marine Le Pen is the far-right candidate and Eva Joly is the Norwegian-born lefty Green candidate. So they're already on opposite ends of the political spectrum. And so they've been having a war of words in the media of late. Marine Le Pen at every opportunity is calling Eva Joly, Norwegian-born and raised, a francophobe. Right. Well, what happened? Eva Joly
she does live in France and she's trying to be the president of France, so I'm not
right.
sure how true that is.
I think she kind of likes France, doesn't she? And there's another point to be made as well, that there was a handball match recently between Norway and France, and Eva Joly obviously came down on the side of the French. Now, anyway, the whole point of this is that Eva Joly hit back, and she said that Marine Le Pen, if I could find the quote, the aggression of Marine Le Pen is no use with this crisis. She'd be better off working on her own policies. It's not the heiress to a billionaire, the heiress to a party, and the heiress of a torturer in Algeria to decide who is French and who isn't.
Wow. I think we can safely say who won that argument.
There you go. And you see, Jean-Marie Le Pen is very wealthy. I doubt he's a billionaire, though. He was accused of being a torturer during the Algerian War, and he did lead the party, the Front National, before Marine Le Pen. So it's getting very, very nasty. Very, very nasty indeed.
And we're going to see more of that going into the presidential election, I am sure. James Creedon, as always, many thanks indeed. Now it's time for Web News, which starts with a closer look at yesterday's ladies-only march in Egypt. Take a look.